You've probably procrastinated starting a YouTube channel for your business because you have no idea what your first video should be about. And the truth is, what you post first does matter because you're essentially teaching YouTube who your content is for. What you don't want is for your videos to be pushed to the wrong audience from day one. So I'm going to show you exactly what to post in order to attract the right viewers and turn your content into leads and sales. And by the way, I put together a free guide for you called the YouTube Lead System. It breaks down how to turn one YouTube video into clients, so you can grab that below this video. First, we need to talk about the most common piece of advice you hear every day, which may work for influencers and content creators, but not for business owners. As you probably know, there's a lot to learn when it comes to starting a YouTube channel, like coming up with content ideas, storytelling, filming, editing, thumbnail design, and the list goes on. And because of this, many experts will encourage you to just start. Pick up your phone or your camera and just start filming and posting content to get your reps in, and you'll figure it out as you go. And when you think about it, this advice comes from a good place, right? Because they want to encourage you to stop overthinking and procrastinating and just do the dang thing. But the problem is that many people take that very literally and treat their first few videos as just practice. They start posting random topics for the sake of building momentum, when in reality, every video you publish from the start of your channel is signaling two things to YouTube: what your channel is about and who your content is for. YouTube is constantly trying to pair the right videos with the right viewers. And if it can't figure out who to push your first videos out to, it's going to be really hard to reach your target audience. So before you record anything, you need to be super clear on what your channel stands for and who you're trying to attract. Now that you know YouTube is trying to categorize your videos, how do you ensure you reach the right people from day one? Now, to be clear, I don't want you procrastinating either. I want you to take action, but I also want you to ensure it's going to serve your business rather than it just be a complete waste of your time. Most people just starting out will default to generic topics because they think it will give them more reach on YouTube. For example, they might target topics like how to make money online or how to lose weight. On the surface, that makes sense because more people are searching those topics, so it feels like you have a higher chance of ranking at the top and getting tons of views. But the problem is you're now competing with massive creators who have years of authority and hundreds of videos already ranking in the algorithm for these broad topics. So instead of your video getting pushed out, YouTube will prioritize those established channels because it already has data proving that their content performs well. On top of that, these videos attract a very wide range of viewers who are all at different stages with different goals and different problems. So when your video gets shown to these mixed audiences, the response will also be mixed. So some people might click while others don't. Some will watch fully while others will leave immediately. And YouTube struggles to clearly understand who your content is for. Now compare that to a very specific video that targets one type of person with one clear problem. When that video gets pushed out, it's much easier for YouTube to identify who it resonates with, which means it can quickly find more people just like them. So for example, instead of how to lose weight, it would be how to lose weight after a C-section while breastfeeding. Another example is on my other channel, I help beginners sell digital products online. And for a long time, my focus wasn't how to make money online. It was how to make money selling printable wall art on Etsy. Again, very specific target audience with one very specific goal, which helps my videos rank at the top much quicker. Now, even if you choose the right topic, there's a huge mistake I see all the time that can immediately turn your viewers away. A lot of people feel like their first video should be an introduction video, talking about who they are, their background, why they started their business and their channel, and basically trying to give viewers multiple reasons to stick around. Or they'll start every video with a 2-minute intro, sharing way too many details that the viewer honestly doesn't care about. And again, this feels like the right thing to do, especially when you're building a personal brand and you want people to connect with you. But the reality is, No one is going on YouTube searching for you. And as harsh as this sounds, no one cares about who you are yet. They care about how you can help them. They're going on YouTube searching for a solution to a specific problem that they're dealing with right now. So the moment your video starts talking about you instead of addressing their problem, you lose their attention almost immediately. Keep in mind, people are very busy, and that's why attention spans are incredibly short. So you'll actually annoy people if they feel like you're wasting their time. And if people are constantly leaving your video early, that sends a signal to YouTube that your content isn't holding attention, which makes it less likely to push your video out to more people. Now, there are a couple of exceptions here. For example, you may want to show some social proof at the beginning of your video to demonstrate your credibility. That could be sharing how you achieved the result your viewer is after, or highlighting your credentials if they're relevant to the topic. But regardless, get to the point and start delivering value as quickly as possible to build that trust with your viewer faster. Now, even if your videos are getting views and holding attention, there's one more piece that most people completely overlook. Keep in mind that you are still a business owner, not an influencer or content creator. And so knowing the difference between the two will completely shift your content strategy and the way you think about video topics to cover on your channel. Making YouTube videos takes time. And with how busy you are already with running your business and maintaining your personal life, whether you have a family or a job that you're also working, there's no point in creating content that doesn't get you leads and sales. You could have the best titles and thumbnails, incredible production quality, and you're getting hundreds of thousands of views. But if your viewers aren't taking the next step with you by joining your email list, booking a strategy call, or investing in your offer, then it's a complete waste of time. And there are two reasons why this is super common. First, because you're not clarifying what the viewer should do immediately after they watch your video. To fix this, add a verbal call to action telling them what to do next. For example, you may recall that earlier in this video, I encouraged you to grab my free guide from the description box below, which is highly relevant to the video you're watching now. That's my verbal call to action, and I always include it. By the way, if you haven't grabbed the YouTube lead system yet, it's linked for you down below. And second, you might be focusing on video topics that aren't hyper relevant to your business. For example, if you sell a course on how to get coaching clients using Instagram stories, don't post a video on how to get coaching clients using Pinterest. That might sound obvious, but you'd be surprised how many people will chase video topics for the sake of getting more and more views rather than getting more leads, which was a huge mistake I personally made many times on my other channel, and I want to help you avoid this. Now, this brings us full circle to the number one question. What should my first YouTube video be? Which is actually the wrong question to ask. There's typically this pressure that business owners put on their first video, trying to make it absolutely perfect. And then when they do post their first video, they feel stuck on what to create next. The reality is your channel is not built on just one video. It's built on a collection of videos that work together as a system. When you only think about one video at a time, your content ends up feeling random and disconnected. Your goal shouldn't be to get a viewer to watch just one video when they land on your channel. You want that viewer to binge your channel. And the only way to do that is to plan a few videos ahead that are all related to each other. Because the longer someone stays on your channel, the more trust you build with them, and they're more likely to invest in your offer. So to put this all together, always work backwards from your paid offer. Every video needs to be highly relevant to that. Let's say you offer a coaching program on how to lose weight after a C-section. Think about what your specific target audience is struggling with right now and what they're searching for on YouTube to solve their problems. You want to create a playlist of at least 3 to 4 videos using that information. So some examples could be 5 mistakes keeping you from losing weight after a C-section, low impact workout routine for C-section recovery, why dieting isn't working after your C-section, and the truth about healing your core after a C-section. Believe it or not, I got these ideas from ChatGPT because I'm not an expert in this topic. So you can absolutely use AI to help you generate ideas based on your paid offer and who your ideal audience is. But obviously, refine what it suggests based on your unique experience and what you know about your audience, because you're the expert at the end of the day. And that's it. There's no hidden rule on what your first videos must be about. They simply need to solve the problems your ideal customers are searching for right now in order to help you get discovered quickly. Make sure to grab the YouTube lead system for free in the description box below, and you can check out this video next where I share why viral videos will not make you sales. I'll see you there.